Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is now episode 6 of series 2 of Outnumbered. After this one we've only got one more episode, and then of course in December there will be the first ever Christmas special, which I'm going to try and do around about the time that the newest episode of Outnumbered comes out. So obviously I have to wait until that gets announced as to when that's going to be. But yeah, I want to try and align it around that time, because then maybe a few more extra people will get to see it, because they'll think, oh yeah, the show's been out, and maybe they'll start searching for it again. It might just help with the algorithm and stuff like that a little bit. But I'm looking forward to this one. This is called the football match. Let's check it out.
I don't care, Karen. You shouldn't have done it.
Well, Ben did it first.
Well, if Ben stuck his head in the oven, would you do that?
No, because if Ben's head would be in the oven, there wouldn't be room for mine.
Karen.
Besides, I couldn't possibly get my head in the oven without cutting my head off.
Could you
and then I'd be dead, so I couldn't close the door.
Do you think you could stop being so cheeky?
Do you think you could stop asking stupid questions?
Oh!
Pete, can you talk to her?
Why me?
Because she listens to you.
No, she doesn't.
She does.
Does she?
Karen? Don't talk back to your mother. Yeah, see?
Try though. Ben, what have you broken?
Karen did it.
Karen's down here.
Well, she did it earlier, and it's only just dropped off.
Oh. Right, if I get up there and find a huge mess when we're all trying
You're gonna-
to get out of the house.
This is crap. So's that. That really is crap. Good God Almighty. What's that woman doing? Why is she staring at the contents of that bloke's toilet?
That's
Oh.
Dr. Gillian McKeith, Grandad.
Eh?
That's what she does. She looks down people's toilets.
Ooh,
Oh,
lovely.
yeah, we had a bloke like that in the army.
Well, the good news is he's developing a real passion for medieval history. And the bad news is he's made a trebuchet with which he is launching tennis balls at the lamp.
Impressive.
Oh dear.
Smart?
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this interview. I just don't think I'm his kind of person.
Well, Tyson says that you can be any kind of person that you want to be.
Tyson's an idiot.
Well, he's the best boss I ever had. And I think what he's trying to say is it's all about self-belief.
I mean, mentally, I just don't think I'm ready.
Well, okay, come on, let's have a quick rehearsal. I'll be the headmaster and you be you. Come on. Oh, Pete, come in, sit down. Not there, there.
What are you doing?
I'm just getting into it.
Oh, for f-
Now, Peter, give me 3 reasons why I should appoint you as our new head of history.
Okay. 1. I want the chance to create the next generation of winners.
Good, very good. Total bollocks, but it's very
Number 2, I have a passion for my subject. And 3, I'm very ambitious.
It's good. Just one tip though, don't lean back away from him when you say it because it looks a bit negative. I read it in that body language book.
I'm going to believe everything you read in the toilet.
I wish that people would scrape their plates before they put them in the dishwasher, because it's this stuff that means I have to call out Mick the plumber and listen to him banging on about his villa in Umbria and its bloody olive grove.
See, you've got a dollop of...
Oh.
Again, that bloody alarm, and leaves probably landed on the bonnet. Bollocks! Bollocking bollocks!
Hi, Sue.
Hello, Sue.
Hello, Sue.
Hi, Barbara. Hi, kids.
How's things?
Good. All biked up, I see.
Yeah, Martin and I just decided it was time to stop copping out and taking them to school in the car.
Yes!
So it's on your bikes?
Yeah, we're going to start doing that.
Really?
Please!
Great.
Yeah, we just have to get Ben's bike out of the pond.
I really wish people would stop being so bloody lazy and walk their kids to school. I have to drive past a school on my way to work every single morning, and there's no other way. I have to go past this school in order to be able to get out onto the main roads to where I need to go. And it's such a narrow road. It's a horrible junction right at the end. And oh my God, there's one car in particular. Literally, as you go to turn left, there's like a little slip road because it's not like a dual carriageway, but it's like a 2 lanes kind of thing. And like I said, it's horrible to get out there at the best of times. But then you'll literally have this guy who's so lazy, he'll literally get up there, he'll park on the slip road. There is nothing more infuriating for me than people being lazy and driving their kids to school when they don't need to. And the thing is, I know there'll be some people who say, well, you know, sometimes you just have to. It's like, no. There is no point in which you ever are going to live far enough away that you have to drive your kids to school. If you live that far away that you have to drive your kids to school, you need to move closer or get a closer school. That's it. That's my opinion. People are probably going to disagree with me in the comments with that. But yeah, it's just, for me, laziness.
Here's a good fact for you. Did you know ants can survive in a microwave?
How do you know that?
Because the waves are big and the ants are small. So the waves go over the ant. And that means ants can survive in a microwave.
Really?
Yeah, but woodlice can't.
And how do you know that?
Oh my God.
It is not science. It is roasting insects.
Come here.
Do you reckon he's what was the name of that kid from Toy Story? The really vicious one, the one for the first movie. Is it Sid? Do you reckon Ben is secretly Sid? Shave his hair off, it'd basically be Sid.
I am having my daughter's boyfriend's baby.
Ben.
Oh shit!
No more experiments with a microwave.
Fine. Are you going to watch me play football this afternoon at school?
Yeah, as long as you don't embarrass me with all that diving again.
Well, it has been a while since you picked me up from school.
Yeah, well, for a while, it hasn't really been advisable.
Why?
Because all the kids at your school are scared of me. And we both know why that is, don't we?
Do we?
Ben,
Do we?
you told them that I'd killed a man.
Oh, yes. But that wasn't my fault.
Well,
Look,
that's
'cause
not-
Ross was boasting about his dad because he says his dad's the champion at archery. And his dad eats really, 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 really hot curries. So I said that you'd strangled a man with your bare hands and let me shut him up. It's all right now because Mrs. Pearson got up in assembly and explained that you weren't a murderer.
You must have been very proud.
You really never killed anyone.
Not yet.
And it'll be good practice for the sponsored cycle for Bangladesh that we're all doing.
What a great idea.
Have a lovely day.
Yep, will do.
Bye.
Sorry, I'm not doing that as towards a sponsor cycle to Bangladesh or raising money for Bangladesh or whatever. No, I'm doing it because she is the type of person that is just going, oh yes, I'm all for caring about this, and you know that she's gonna bang on about it so much that she's just the most irritating and boring person you could ever hope to meet, or rather not hope to meet.
Was that Barbara?
Yes, sweetheart.
I like Barbara.
Do, that's nice. Everybody likes Barbara.
I
She's
don't.
lovely, always lovely and calm.
Yeah, lovely and calm.
And I think she's a bit like a princess because she's so pretty and her hair is always perfect.
Permanently perfect. Why are there never any pens in this house?
You've got some jam on your head.
What?
Jam on your head.
Karen, don't get your shoes on.
All right, Jakester.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Yeah, I was just checking some emails, see whether any needed action.
So you weren't checking up on Mum's new boss again then?
Again?
Yeah, well, it was just a misunderstanding.
Not when you do it more than once.
You know, researching some unrelated topics on the computer, and I just happened to stumble across some stuff about Tyson. That's all.
Did.
Yeah, do you want another go at that?
You might have told me I'd jam on my head.
Well,
I just spent the last
Yeah, he
couple
did,
of
didn't
minutes
he?
talking to Barbara, looking like a Victoria sponge.
Barbara, point it out then.
Nah, she'd be too nice to do that.
Barbara's
Yeah.
far too nice. Why do none of the pens in this house ever write?
Okay, I'm out of here.
We're all going to be
Wise
out for a
move.
while, so I need to write Dad a note. I need to remind him not to get involved with any strangers coming to the door selling things. God knows what I'm going to do with 13 pairs of oven gloves.
See, about your dad.
I know. I know we're going to have to make a decision. It's just checking out those nursing homes. I mean, he's still pretty lively, isn't he? He could stay with us for a while yet, couldn't he?
Well,
I mean, our granddad lived with us when we were little. He had the same thing. They just didn't have a name for it then. But we managed. I don't know. This is really starting to get to me.
I will say, although it's a nice thought in theory, the problem will be when it comes to that point where you know that they have to go into a home, and if they've been living with you for an extended period of time, it will be so much harder for them to be able to relinquish control.
I just feel so guilty.
About what?
Oh, nothing, darling.
It's about the jam on your forehead, isn't it?
No, come on, get your shoes on and let's get ready to go to school. I never hear her coming.
neither do I.
Early reports seem to indicate that 22 people are receiving hospital
Good day.
but it's not thought that any of the injuries are serious at this
Hey, Grandad. All right.
collision took place.
This is terrible.
What is?
There's been 3 train crashes, all of them in Kent.
No, Grandad, that's rolling news.
Eh?
News 24. It's when they show the same stories over and over again. So there's really only been one train crash in Kent, but you've seen it 3 times.
Oh. Thought it was a bit of a coincidence.
When's Daddy going to be home? So I want to show him my picture.
Oh, that's nice. What is it?
This is Satan, this is Jesus, and this is a zebra, and this is Satan trying to persuade Jesus to jump off the edge of the cliff.
Well, that's lovely.
A psychiatrist might like to hear about that.
Who told you that story?
Miss Braybrook. And she says that Satan's everywhere, not just in hell, hurting people.
And Miss Braybrook teaches you RE, does she?
No, numeracy.
Well, yeah, McDonald's might be a viable sponsor for our metal detector, and yeah, and in design terms, they could maybe echo the golden arches. Yeah. Yes, absolutely. Okay. Yeah. Bye. Bye. Peter. Let me say first that I was very pleasantly surprised that you're putting yourself forward for this head of department post. Because, to be perfectly upfront with you, I wasn't sure you had enough self-belief to do this.
Wow. Wait, what a way to put him down.
I actually have quite high levels of self-belief.
Good, that's good. Now, the last couple of years have been a bit of a learning curve for you, haven't they? We've talked about the dangers of using irony with parents, especially when they're making a complaint, and work for the Daily Mail.
Yeah.
But that's all in the past, and the past is the past. So now, Peter, I want you to give me 9 good reasons why you should get this job.
That's a lot.
Yep, off you go, champ.
I hate it. I mean, I hate job interviews in general. I'm sorry to pause. I'll try and stop enough to pause it. But I hate it. I hate job interviews in general. Being autistic, I really struggle. And I'm at the point now that because it is technically something that's classed as a disability, I'm any job that I'm going to go for in the future, I will make sure I put it down saying I want the interview questions in advance, which is, you know, a reasonable request that you can do. Because I just get really nervous and I get really tense and wound up when, you know, because I can prepare so much for an interview, but there'll always be a question that just completely throws you, that's completely left field, that you hadn't even considered might be answered. And I think that interviews are structured in a way that they get given to the person who can answer the questions the best. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're the best for the job, just the best at answering questions. And that's why I often will fail at a job interview.
That's just Miss Braybrook's opinion. It doesn't necessarily mean she's right.
Are you calling Miss Braybrook a liar?
I'm just thinking, even most Christians probably don't believe in a hell where people get hurt.
They're the sort of people that will be going to hell. That's what Miss Braybrook says.
I think you'll find Satan's not real.
But then, if he wasn't alive, then how would people know how to draw him?
No one's
Good
ever
question.
seen Satan. I've never seen Satan. He doesn't
Miss
exist.
Braybrook has. She said that when she was just getting ready to bed, and she took her tablet and everything, Satan appeared, and he was sitting on her wardrobe, looking down at her.
Do you think that you could point Miss Braybrook out to me in the playground tomorrow?
Yeah, might be a good idea.
And 9, I've worked at this school for quite a while now, so I know where everything is.
That's a good answer.
Okay. Okay, thank you for that. Now, Peter, let me tell you what I'm looking for. Commitment. Your commitment to our raft of rolling initiatives going forward. Are you with me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Good, good. Well, in that case, you see, I've been busy evolving the new school prospectus, and I had asked Mr. Bentley to process these statistics for me, but I'm not sure he's presented the figures in the most positive formulation. So I was wondering whether you would like to have a crack at it for me as a way of demonstrating your commitment.
And what exactly wasn't positive enough about Mr. Bentley's formulation?
Well, it's just a little thing, but for instance, in the exam results section, I'm not sure there's any point factoring in year 9. I think we're all aware that that particular year is something of an anomaly.
Oh.
An anomaly?
He's trying to fudge the figures.
Actually, when you come to go through it all in detail, you may well find there are quite a few anomalies that could do with ironing out.
Oh.
Right.
Karen!
Oh.
What are you doing?
I'm having a wee.
Can you try not to pee like a boy again, please?
Mum, Granddad's memory's just going to keep getting worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Do you think he'll get to a stage when he won't be able to remember who we are?
Yes. Yes.
He'll always
Probably.
remember us.
If he lives long enough, he
He
will
could forget
forget.
us.
My nan forgot me.
Okay, put your dirty things in the laundry.
I'm not listening to a word you say.
Hello.
Can I write my Christmas list?
Well, yeah, I suppose so. But you know, I've been thinking, it might be a good idea not to ask Father Christmas for quite so many presents as last year. It's heavy for the reindeer.
Well, then how many can I have?
Oh, I don't know. 4?
4?
Well, you know, baby Jesus only got 4, didn't he? The gold, the frankincense, the myrrh, and the little lamb.
Then can I have a little lamb?
No!
You know, Santa doesn't deliver livestock.
Yeah, Ben will eat it as well.
They tend to panic in the chimneys.
We still got money trouble then.
What does money trouble have to do with Santa bringing me my presents?
Yes, Jake. How could that have anything to do with Father Christmas and the
Yeah,
presents
Jake.
he brings. Get a grip, mate.
Hiya. Good day.
No, I'm shattered.
How's your interview?
Well, I'm definitely in with a chance, according to the head, because I am a team player.
Oh, but that's great, isn't it?
How was work?
Well,
It was fun, yeah. Tyson took us all out for a fancy lunch.
Spontaneously.
Yeah.
That's nice.
What's that?
That is a draft school prospectus. The head's asked me to reformulate bits of it.
Well, why you?
Because Alistair Campbell isn't available and Girls is dead.
Oh, hang on. Oh, hi, how was your game? Are you okay?
Ask him.
what happened?
The referee didn't show. They asked if a parent would volunteer. I stepped up to the plate and, well, the match wasn't without its controversial moments. And to cut a long story short...
He sent me off. He sent off his own son.
Well, I couldn't show many favouritism, that would have weakened my authority.
Oh, Pete.
I'm sorry, Sue. 3 times I warned him about diving. The 3rd time would have made even Ronaldo blush. He left me no wriggle room.
My mates all think you're an idiot.
Yes, I know that. They expressed that opinion quite forcibly. Mind you, they won't be doing that again in a hurry.
Why not?
Because you sent them off too. All of them.
You sent off the whole team.
You can't give in to mass dissent, Sue. That was the start of the slippery slope.
It's nothing to do with slippery slopes. You're in a bad mood since the moment you arrived, you stupid pillock. You're stupid.
You see, that is the kind of thing I had to put up with.
You sent off an entire team of 8-year-olds.
You have to understand that...
Excuse me. Oh my god, that really tickled me. I'm on Pete's side with that. I'm sorry. I don't care how old they are. The problem is they see these stuff on TV or at the matches that they watch. Obviously, there's so much football available on TV these days. You need to stamp it out early. You know, I wish more refs would do that. You know, it may seem harsh, but if you stamp it out early, if you teach them early enough not to do it, they may be less likely to do it when they become professionals.
Actions have consequences.
Yes!
Sent the goalie off twice.
What? Little Ashley?
For foul language and then threatening behaviour. You see, they just copy what they see their favourite star doing on the television.
Thank you.
I reckon Ashley is probably a Joey Barton fan.
Everyone's going out. Could they get me a bottle of Mackeson's? Only I think I need the iron.
Yeah, okay, Frank.
Hello? Oh, hi Ashley, Ben's upstairs. Shall I... Oh, okay. Wants to talk to you.
Ashley, as in the goalkeeper?
Hello, Ashley. Have you phoned to apologise? No, that is where you are wrong, actually, Ashley. You can get 2 red cards in the same game. Well, then your dad knows the rules about as well as you do.
Pete.
You may think I'm a rubbish referee, Ashley, but I personally don't think you're much cop as a goalkeeper.
Pete.
Ooh!
Am I? Well, just for the record, Ashley, I think you're a bit of a tosser as well. You cannot back down in the face of that stuff, Sue. That's where Neville Chamberlain went wrong.
Neville Chamberlain, he's 8.
It's not Neville Chamberlain in that analogy, it is fascism.
He's 8.
You cannot let them get away with it.
He's 8.
I don't care! You should be allowed to get away with it. I'm on Pete's side. Ugh.
Oh, hello. Is that Strictly Come Dancing? We would like to vote for Anton and Kerry, please. Again, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you, Brucey.
That was Brucey.
Yeah, sends you his very best wishes.
When you dialed it, you didn't press green, I don't think.
Oh.
I did.
No,
or I
you
wouldn't have
didn't.
got Brucey.
Ben, don't put the saucepan in the dishwasher, it won't fit.
Bet can make it fit.
You can just take it out and wash it up nicely.
Or put it in the bottom
Why are you
one.
making such a fuss?
Barbara's children next door have a washing up rota.
Yeah? Is that right?
Perfect, Barbara.
In sewing.
Yeah, okay, I don't think comparisons are useful.
How was this lunch of yours then?
Did Tyson take you in a sports car?
He's got a sports car, has he?
It's a Porsche 911 Turbo. It's wicked. I've had a ride in it.
Have you?
Well, Tyson took him for a spin round the block when he dropped that stuff off the other day.
I see. Doesn't sound very safe, does it? Our son being whizzed around in a sports car by a stranger.
Well, it's got seatbelts, and Tyson's not a stranger.
No. You've known him for all of 2 weeks.
That car's cool. Tyson's cool. Why can't you be cool, Dad?
Because he is cool.
No, he isn't.
Not according to Jake.
It's my scooter.
That's not cool. Cool is when you can go to the arcade while people think you're at school because you put a dummy in there.
No,
and also
cool
is like
those cars that have seats in the boot so that you can look out.
you're talking rubbish.
Well, you're not cool. You've got hair like a girl. Flash me
I did.
All right. Congratulations, Bendy. You've now done such a bad job. I am almost certainly never going to ask you to do it again, which is probably part of your evil master plan.
I was thinking that.
Yes. But you'll have to negotiate with Grandad.
Can we watch something?
In a minute, when I finish watching this.
Well, what is it?
It's about the 60s.
The Beatles.
Oh, yeah, the Beatles. Who's your favourite Beatle, do you think?
Ringo Starr.
Why?
He's called Ringo Starr.
It's good reason as any.
They're the hippies.
Hippies.
Oh, that's horrible. A hippie's being shot. Yeah, it's horrible. A hippie's being shot.
As he tried to stop the war and he got
What a
shot.
stupid hippie running up to an army man saying, "Stop making the war."
I am 1,000 years old.
No, you're not.
I knew all the great people in history.
Okay.
Fine. What were all the names of King Henry VIII's wives?
Yeah, there was a couple of Catherines.
Yeah.
Big Bottom. Queen Fatty Knickers. Queen Bonkers and Queen Derek.
Queen Derek.
Big Henry. Yeah, I knew it.
See, he's safe with the kids.
Odd socks. I swear he must eat one of every pair just to wind me up.
Listen, about your dad. I've been thinking. If you want him to stay here with us, then that is fine. I'll go with whatever you decide.
Oh, no. Don't say that.
Why?
Because I've only just convinced myself that you were right.
Yeah, but you got me thinking with that stuff about your granddad living with you, and people did that.
I know, but he's going to need constant supervision. He's going to need a proper routine.
You can't both be right. That would destroy the universe.
Well, get a room.
Actually, this is a room that had a door that was closed.
Yeah, I didn't realise it was your love nest.
Love.
Where's Djibouti?
Well, why are you asking us
Somewhere in
again
Africa,
to note
isn't
down
it?
again?
Yeah, but where is it?
It's in
South
South
of
America. It's a country, it's not a city.
Region of France.
It isn't in France.
It's not South America, is it? I mean,
an oil.
Brilliant. How come I get lumbered with a thick pair of hands?
I thought it's in Africa.
Look, we don't need to panic about your dad. We don't need to make a decision now.
well, I think we have, haven't we? Come on.
Are you sure?
No. But let's do it before I chicken out.
Dad, you know Ashley's dad who was so rude about to Ashley on the phone?
I wasn't rude about him, I was honest.
Well, he's a paratrooper.
Right, yeah.
No, he is.
Yeah, he's just come back from fighting the Taliban.
Oh.
Yeah, well, I'll be all right, because thanks to you, he probably thinks I'm a killer.
No, I told Ashley he worked in a cake shop.
Cake shop?
Yeah.
Why on earth?
Get involved. Karen, do do you think it's time you ought to be starting bath and bedtime?
But I'm watching Strictly Come Dancing, which I missed last Saturday when you said, let's go to the museum. But Grandad
Mummy and I need to have a quick word with Grandad about grown-up stuff, so come on, up you go.
Is it about how to make a baby?
Up you go.
Because I can tell you that.
Can you?
Yes, we know that. You told us yesterday.
In fact, it's almost of Sainsbury's.
She reminds me of you when you were that age.
Here we go.
Listen, Frank, we need to talk to you about your accommodation.
Accommodation?
You see, Dad, the thing is you have certain needs and requirements, and you will continue to have certain needs and requirements, and increasingly as time goes by.
The thing is, Frank, we're not sure that this house really best meets those requirements. And we were wondering whether possibly a residential home of some sort might be better suited to them.
You're saying I should go into a home?
On balance, Frank, yeah.
Oh, thank God.
What?
I've been worrying so much about how I was going to break it to you. I can't live here. There's too much noise and confusion. I don't know how you two stand it. Mind you, don't get me wrong. Your kids are lovely. Lovely and sweet, good in very short bursts.
Yeah,
I
small doses.
can't handle them on a permanent basis, that's all. No, you find me a nice home.
Well, Sue's already found one that's quite nice. Perhaps we could take you to look at it.
Is it full of rich, sex-starved old women?
Probably.
Exclusively.
Terror.
Wow.
Are you sure that you're all right with this, Frank? You're not saying this just to let us off the hook, are you?
No, don't be silly. It's for the best.
Right.
Oh, Barbara. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just having one of those days.
Well, you want to come
no,
in and...
I'm fine. You know the spare key you've got to our place?
Yes.
Well, could you replace it with this one? I've had to have the locks changed.
All right, okay.
Oh, and if I'm not in and Martin calls asking to borrow the spare, could you not give it to him? Just tell him I didn't give you one.
All right.
Oh.
Thanks.
Oh. Maybe not so perfect, Barbara.
Yes!
Oh my God! What a way to trivialise a very awkward moment there. I don't know whether that is they've just had a row, she took him out, or whether there's like an abusive nature to it. Whoa, I don't know if I want to know if it's that. Wow. I honestly, I'm loving this storyline that we're doing with Grandad in this series. It is. I've said it so much with something like Still Game. Like, I love it when you have a really good blend of the heart and the comedy, and this show is doing a wonderful job at really balancing it really, really well. It knows when to go serious, it knows when to put in a laugh to kind of ease the tension or to to break the mold or whatever. But yeah, this is an incredibly good series. I'm loving every single episode. there's two things I wanted to bring up. One from this episode, one that I sort of spoke about in a that I said I'd do in one of the other episodes, and I kind of forgot to come back to it. So I was going to talk about my Ofsted, my only ever experience with Ofsted. We're only kind of links into this this episode here. So I'll say that in a second. The first thing I want to talk about is Santa. I'm very much an advocate of, if I had it my way, every single parent would treat the subject of Santa the exact same way. The thing that pisses me off the most is parents who buy their kids very expensive gifts, let's say like a PlayStation or a computer or a bike or a pony or whatever, something that is naturally really expensive, a phone, tablet, whatever. And they say that came from Santa. Okay, it's a nice idea, nice thought, nice gesture, but you've got to think about the other kids. Because your kids will have been off from school for 2 weeks, whatever. They'll go back to school. One of the first conversations that kids are going to have, what did Santa bring you for Christmas? And if you've got one child going, Santa got me an iPad, he got me a new mobile phone, he bought me a PlayStation 5, an Xbox or whatever, then you've got this other child whose parents don't have the money, they haven't been able to buy much, and they've bought something very thoughtful, very meaningful, but they just obviously didn't have the money. That kid is then going to be traumatized because they're thinking, Santa doesn't love me. What did I do wrong? Why was I so bad that Johnny got a PlayStation 5, I got a pencil case? You see where I'm coming from? It's a horrible thing. And unfortunately, as a teacher, I had to deal with that. I saw that, and I basically I had to speak to the parents afterwards, and I explained what I had said to the kids. The parent of the child, who'd given the expensive gifts and everything, was, oh, you can't tell me how to talk to my kids about Santa and blah blah blah. It's like, when you think about it, there's these other kids, and this young girl, she was absolutely distraught because she thought that she had been absolutely horrible and that she had done something really, really wrong. And she was 6. She was 6 years old. It was horrible. So I had to come up with some line, kind of along the lines of what I said there. And I basically said, when Santa says that he brings along a present like that, it doesn't mean that Santa has made that. What it means is Mum and Dad have paid for that. They have sent the present to Santa. Santa has then brought it with all the other presents in his sack. And that's how I sort of got around it. Yeah, I don't think it's fair to do that to kids. Yeah, especially, like I said, when they're that young. I think it's dreadful. Now, Ofsted. My one and only experience with Ofsted was actually, it was in a placement when I was doing my teacher training. So I wasn't a qualified teacher at that point. And I had, basically I had my university lecturer coming in to assess my lessons. I had my mentor coming to assess the lesson. And we had Ofsted in that week. They had a free slot and they said, you know what? We are going to come along and do a mock assessment so that you, when you obviously then have an Ofsted inspection in the future, you have a bit of kind of idea of what we expect and what we look for, and you can be better prepared for that. Which I'm like, yeah, sweet, that's fine. And I was told that the lesson I did by my lecturer, by my tutor, was great. absolutely fantastic. You nailed everything that you were supposed to. You laid it out well. You dealt with all the kids well. Blah blah blah. All this great stuff. Really positive feedback. Ofsted then turned around and was like, yeah, I would agree with that. Now, from an Ofsted point of view, that would have been a failed lesson. You literally would have failed. Not even close to a pass. Okay. Why? When I'm getting all this good feedback saying I did everything right, and even you're saying that I did everything right, but yeah, it would be a failure. Why is that? And it's because every single child in Ofsted's eyes, at least at that time, I don't know if it's changed since I left the profession, but every single child had to make progress in every lesson to make any lesson a success, basically. And it doesn't necessarily, obviously progress is relative to the child. If you're doing an English lesson, and let's say you're doing poetry, even if the stuff that, one particular child has done nothing good in relation to the actual content of what you're teaching. If, for example, let's say that child had never been able to use capital letters at the start of a sentence before that point, and in that lesson they got it, that for them, in that specific lesson, would be progress. That would be, part of a successful lesson for that child. But every single child had to make progress in a lesson for a lesson to be a success. And the reason that this particular one wasn't a success, it was kind of similar to Pete. Obviously, Pete's a history teacher. I was doing it was a topic lesson, so obviously we're dealing with 7-year-olds, so it was a very broad thing, but it had a history element to it. And this one particular child, he had parents who were so monstrous, so the worst parents in history, period, because you know what they did to this poor innocent child? They took him to a museum over the weekend. That's it. Literally, they took him to a museum over the weekend. Bear in mind, my lesson was first lesson on a Monday morning. And so, because over that weekend, I hadn't anticipated that this child would go to a museum and learn about the stuff that I was teaching in that lesson, and I wasn't able to adapt enough to find something for him to make progress, that in turn made my entire lesson a failure. And that's one of the reasons I got out of the teaching profession. It's just so political. And that's where it is for Pete. It's clear that he's been asked to fudge the numbers to make the school look good in order for them probably to get higher budgets and stuff like that. And it's probably going to end up, I don't know if we'll see it, but it'll probably be, if he does a good job, he'll probably get the head of history job. If he doesn't do a good job, then he ain't going to get the promotion, basically. I think that's going to be what's going to happen. But we've got one more episode left of this series, so we will see if we find out about that in the next episode. That'll be episode 7, and then, of course, we go on to the Christmas special next month. So that's going to do it for now. For now, my name's Kevin. I'm a geek. You've been watching Kevin the Geek. Goodbye.